Dumbbell snatches are not derivatives or assistance exercises for actual barbell Olympic snatches. They don't train the same qualities and they don't offer the same effects as barbell snatches. You're severely limiting the load you can use when only using one arm. You can snatch way more weight with a barbell, and you can snatch more weight at a higher velocity with a barbell. There's no brush point when using a dumbbell like there is with a barbell. And because there's no brush point, that makes the timing of the catch and the timing of the entire movement more difficult and less consistent. And without a true brush point, that makes the triple extension way less consistent and way less powerful. And moving on, holding the dumbbell in between your legs is very uncomfortable. If you're using a heavy dumbbell or a dumbbell that's really bulky, your legs and your stance has to be so wide just to avoid hitting yourself in the legs with a dumbbell. Another point is, I don't really know how you're supposed to perform the movement. I don't know if you're supposed to perform the movement with a similar bar path to that of a true barbell snatch where it's more vertical and straight up and down, or if you're supposed to perform it more like a swing where you swing it out in front of you and then end up catching it overhead. For me, performing the dumbbell snatch more like a swing just feels more natural, and I feel more tension and greater hip extension performing it that way. But either way, this exercise just isn't very effective when you're trying to produce a lot of force at a high rate into the ground, only for that force to be summated through the entire kinetic chain and into the dumbbell. It's like people call it the dumbbell snatch and just automatically associate it with a true Olympic snatch just because of the name. So then it's just kind of assumed that the dumbbell snatch trains the same qualities and you'll get the same physiological response. And that it's a great assistance exercise or replacement exercise for someone who can't barbell snatch for maybe some sort of injury or some other reason. Now, I'm not saying that the dumbbell snatch is a bad exercise and that it never has any use. It's probably a decent exercise when you're doing some GPP work. Since it's not an exercise that's truly training for power production, it's not a bad idea to train it for higher reps. It's a pretty simple exercise when you're looking for a full body movement, trying to get the heart rate up, and maybe some shoulder stability. There is use for the exercise, it's just not a great power developer. It's just really important to remember that context always matters. So that's all I got for this exercise. I'm sure there's other pros and cons you could come up with for it, but that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.